Hello everyone. In this video, I'm trying to present a strategy that I use myself, and it's based on unbalanced volume and the EMA of the unbalanced volume, and it works pretty good on 1 day time frame, and I use it myself for my long-term tradings. As I said, this strategy is based on balanced volume or OBV. Other than that, I'm using Heikin candles instead of regular candles. So let me explain what I'm doing here. First, I define a symbol here, and the symbol is Heikin of the system info ticker. So I keep it in this HA sim. Then I find the open and close parameters or sources based on the symbol that we have here, and the previous close is considered as the open, and this close, the current close, of course we are applying a moving average, exponential moving average, and the current close is considered as our close parameter, and I call these source open and source close, these two. Then we have a variable which is defined on the first candle. Doesn't matter when. The first time that we have a price, this is equal to 0. So the OBV val is actually our OBV value. Then we have uppercase OBV, which by default is set at 0.0. When you say 0 Pinus script, so this is a common mistake. If you say OBV is equal to 0, then later you want to say OBV is equal to, let's say, close minus close 2, something like this. Close is a float, and you cannot redefine OBV and set it as a float, because OBV, when the compiler looks at this line, says, okay, 0 is an integer, and OBV is defined as an integer. But here, close is a float, and you cannot assign a float here. So you should say 0.0. Then the compiler knows that you're talking about a float. Next line, if close is greater than open, it means we have an increase in the price. So the volume, like what we have here, is not just a bar like this one. We are giving it a sign. We want to say if it's negative, if the price has dropped, so it's negative, so flip it. And instead of having a bar, we want to have an upside down bar. So all the bars that are green are kept, and the bars that are red are flipped. Now everything with the negative, everything is shown with a negative sign. So if it's positive, it means we have an increase in the price. OBV is equal to volume, so the green candles. And if the price is decreased, OBV is -1 times volume. So if I want to just plot OBV, you'll see what I'm saying. Let me comment this part, these lines, and save it. Now if I plot OBV, and let me show it with bars, and style is this. Now you see that every time that the bar is green, it's kept, but if it's red, it's flipped. Now this is called the OBV signal, but that's not all. What we need to do is, let me uncomment what. Okay. So next part, you need to find the integral of the signal. What's the meaning of integral of the signal? It means you need to add up all the OBV values that you had since the beginning. When I say since the beginning, again, it means the first time frame, the first time that we had some price. So it's kept in OBV val, the parameter that we defined here. So if you plot the OBV val, you'll see that it's a signal like this. Let me plot OBV val. Okay. So this is the OBV val. Let me put this one here, somewhere here. Okay. So this is the signal itself. Sorry, the price chart itself, and here this is the OBV parameter, and it's changing during time, and it's an indicator. What else? We need to apply a moving average to smooth out the signal. Let me apply this, and now I also want to plot the OBV. I call this one OBVMA. I want to give it the color that red, so we know that the red color, the red line indicates the smooth signal. Now you can see it, and it's pretty good. So this is the volume based on the direction of the price. If it's increasing, the volume is positive. If it's decreasing, the volume is negative. Then we applied a moving average filter, an exponential moving average filter. And what we have here is called OBVMA. So I'm going to remove this line and this line. I don't want to show them. And what else? What I did here was just a parameter, just give it a name. EMA underscore is equal to the EMA of close and length EMA. So length EMA is 14. Here is also 14. So I'm applying the moving average, exponential moving average on the OBV value and also on the close. So we have two moving average signals or indicators. Then I found this part is not needed for now. Just skip this part. Then I defined OBV buy and OBV sell. When we want to sell and when we want to buy is based on what we have in OBVMA. If OBVMA is less or equal to OBV val, it means the gap here. If the blue line is greater than the red line, it means it's a buy time. Or if you have bought some currency, you need to keep it. If the red line, like here, if the red line is above the blue line, it means that you need to sell it and wait for the time that the blue line crosses the red line to buy the coin again or any kind of currency. So these two signals or these two flags are here. So when this one is true, it means we need to buy something. If this one is true, it means we need to sell what we have. In this part, I said that the parameter is 1. It means that we only buy one. We have only one purchase. And the quantity of the investment is 100% of the equity. And the commission rate is 0% for now. I just want to see how it works. And EMA buy and EMA sell. Sometimes I can show you how it works. Give me a second. Uncomment this part and this part. I'll tell you why we need this one. For now, let me just put true here and true here, so they're always correct. If we don't have these, Okay, yeah, it's there. Okay, the cell must be cell must be false. So I'm not selling based on this. Sorry. Okay. Uh, the problem with the EMA is if I put the Bollinger Band, you see that sometimes it goes up, which is good, and we get the cell signal. I mean, too late. The moving average filter is not a fast filter, so there's some kind of delay. So instead of giving us a signal here, we're getting the signal here, or same thing here. So it's too late. What else? Let me check something else. Like even here, it's too late. So what I said is um, very similar to this Bollinger Band. The basis, the brown line it's also a good indicator to say, okay, if the low price is lower than the basis of the Bollinger Band, which is a simple moving average. If it's lower than this, then sell it. Now I just wanna hide the Bollinger Band. I don't need it. And here I just use the Bollinger Band to, I mean, it's visually easier to understand. If I put it here, comment on comment, it says sell it when there is a crossover between the low price and the EMA. So instead of SMA, like Bollinger Band is using SMA 20. Now I'm using EMA, which is faster. And when we want to buy a coin, I'm saying if it's not above the Bollinger Band. Let me uncomment this and go back here. Let's see. Yeah, look at this one. This is a very good example. There is a signal here, a buy signal. But the problem is it's above the upper band of the Bollinger Band. So we should not buy here. We should wait. And the best case scenario is when the price is between the basis and the lower band. If it's between the upper band and the basis, it's not perfect, but we can buy. But if it's above the upper band, it's very risky. It's too risky. So I don't wanna make that decision here. So I'm saying that if it's not above, if the open, either open or close, if it's above the upper band, don't buy it. So it's a not here and not here. So these two are considered in my strategy. So I buy a long when we have OBV buy and EMA buy, and I close it when we have OBV sell and OBV EMA sell. Okay, and for now it's okay. Let me. Do we have this status here defined? Let me just say status. That was a good thing. Let me keep it. OBV greater than or less than OBV val. If OBV MA is greater than OBV val, then what am I doing here? No, I have defined it here. Yeah, anyway, sorry. So color is equal to, if we have the status, which is this, show it with green, and then show it with this. And we also need to plot plot the lines, which we have as our OBV val and OBV MA, these two. So P1, let me write it again. I don't like it. Let's say P1 is plot OBV val, and color is equal to color dot, let's say black, and P2 is equal to plot OBV MA, and color is color dot blue, or let's say red, and I can say fill P1 and P2, the area between these two, and color is equal to status, yes or no, true or false. So if it's true, it's color dot red, otherwise it's color dot green, and that must be it. I think this one must be green, the other one is red. So this is green, this is red. Save it, and yeah, now it fills the area. So if it's ascending, it's green. If it's descending, it's red. So red area is good for shorting, and the green area is good for long tradings. And let's look at the performance of this strategy. And it's amazing, 67,000%. And if we didn't have, where is it? If we didn't have MA buy and MA sell, it decreases to 47%. And when I say 47%, I'm using BTC USD from Coinbase, and today is May 27th, 2021. So at this point, if we had bought the coin in 2015 and we kept it until today, our total, we would have 10,751% increase. And if we had the maximum, the maximum was around 17%. But what we have here is 67,000%, which is awesome. If you consider the commission rate, so instead of 0% commission, we can have 0.5%, which is the commission, the Coinbase commission. And using the 5% commission, we can see that it's 7,700%. It's still very good. If you use some other exchanges, you can use your own, the commission from that exchange. Like, let's say if it's just 1%, 0.1%, it's gonna be 43,000%, around like 44,000%, which is awesome. This strategy is it's a very safe strategy. I'm using the 1 day time frame. You can use it on different time frames, but I think the best is 1 day. If you're using 4 hours, you need to change the parameters here. Here, 14 and 20 will not be good for 4-hour trading. So, but I was saying, this strategy is a very safe strategy. Maybe it's not the fastest, but it's very safe. Like it buys here and sells here. Yeah, it could be awesome if it had bought here and sold here. But even here is good. It's safe. If you combine this strategy with some other strategies, like faster strategies, I think the performance is going to be even better. And you can also have pyramidings, and instead of buying just one, instead of having just one purchase, you can have more than one purchase. And you can also have shortings. Like instead of closing the strategy here, you could enter a short trade, and that also gives you some returnings. That's pretty it. It's very simple, very simple. It's not complicated at all. Very simple. Everything is straightforward, and it works pretty well. Um Please subscribe to my channel. If I'm getting some good feedback from the viewers, I'm gonna put some more advanced strategies that work, and I'll teach you how to implement them and create some automated trading trading bots and strategies. Okay, have a good day.